Hey everyone, welcome back to Fresh Ingredients. Today let's cook Bakmi Ayam. Bakmi is an Indonesian style noodle dish and ayam means chicken in Bahasa Indonesia. We can find this dish almost all over Indonesia, from street vendors to restaurants. And if we go to Chinatown, we can find the pork version of this dish. As usual, let's harvest some fresh ingredients. First, some fresh bok choy. I choose the young one because usually it tastes sweeter than the old one. And some green onion for garnish in the end. We're going to use lots of garlic for seasoning the chicken and making garlic oil. So we're gonna need about 5 to 6 cloves of garlic depending on the size and chop it very finely. After that, put it in a separate bowl. Shallots, about 5 or 6 is enough, and chop it very finely. We're going to use it only for seasoning the chicken. This is around 500 grams of chicken breast, and yes, we can change it into chicken thigh. We have to cut the chicken into a dice size, and it's easier if we trim the chicken first and remove the chicken fillet or the tenderloin part. By the way, we're going to cut it later, and remove the collarbone so we can cut the chicken in half. After that, we can cut the chicken in strips and cut it again in dice size, including the chicken fillet. We can marinate the chicken for a couple of hours and cook it later, but I like to cook it straight away because personally I think the difference is not too much. Preheat a cooking oil. When it starts to smoke, we can add the chicken. By the way, every restaurant or street vendor has their own recipe of how to cook the chicken. In this video, I share my own recipe and I really like it because the taste is really nostalgic and reminds me of my favorite bakmi when I'm still a kid. Now add the chopped garlic and shallot. Let it cook for a couple of minutes. The chicken is looking good. Now we can add the seasoning. Add 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, around 1 or 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, 3 to 4 tablespoons of sweet soy sauce, a pinch of salt, half teaspoon of chicken powder or MSG, and finally white pepper. Mix it together so all the seasoning spread evenly and add more water. At this stage, I want to add 1 knob of galangal. Remove the skin with a knife and score the galangal to release all the flavor. Actually, galangal is very optional, we can skip this part, but I really like the taste of galangal. It gives a fresh aftertaste to the chicken. Now cook it until it boils and turn down the heat and let it simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. While we wait, we can prepare the garlic oil. Add that chopped garlic into a cold pan. By the way, don't use strong flavor oil like olive oil or sesame oil, just a flavorless oil like coconut oil or maybe palm oil. Cook it on very low heat. Keep stirring it for 5 to 6 minutes. When the garlic starts to change color into light brown, we can take it out and pour it into a bowl. The garlic will continue cooking, that's why we don't want to cook it until it's dark brown because the taste will be bitter. This is done, we can set that aside for a while we make the sambal. Cut 4 chili in small parts and add 5% chili. We can add more if you want spicier. And add 1 clove of garlic for extra flavor. Pour a little bit of water and blend it until it's very smooth. Cook it on the pan until it's boiling. Season with salt and chicken powder. Optionally, we can add sugar and a little bit of vinegar for extra flavor. This is done and pour it into a bowl. By the way guys, just a friendly reminder, I just checked my YouTube analytics and it says 85.6% of people that watch my videos are not yet subscribed to this channel. So if you like this kind of video, please help me by subscribing to this channel because it really means a lot to me. And we're back with the chicken. This is looking very good, and why not give it a taste just to make sure the taste is delicious. And yep, it tastes amazing. We're done here, remove it from the heat and move it into a bowl. For the vegetables, I want to use that freshly harvested bok choy. After we wash and rinse it, remove the leaves from the stem and cut it into small parts. Blanch it in boiling water for 30 seconds. Don't cook it for too long. We can move it into plate and we can add ice cubes to stop the cooking process, so the bok choy will stay green. For garnish, I'm using sliced green onion. Some restaurant or street vendor use fried shallot for their garnish, but I want to make it simple by only using green onions. Before we cook the noodles, it's important that we prepare the seasoning first, because after we cook the noodles, we have to be very hurry, otherwise the noodles will be overcooked. This is a regular seasoning for bakmi. Add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 or 2 tablespoons of that chicken juice, 1 or 2 teaspoons of that garlic oil, and a little bit of white pepper. I'm using store-bought noodles. As you can see, it's very stiff. We have to shake it off to release all the noodles and cook it on the boiling water. These noodles are very thin. It takes around 60 to 90 seconds, or until it starts to boil again. It means it's cooked and we can take it out. Using a metal strainer, strain all the noodles, move it into a bowl and mix it evenly. Add blanched bok choy, chicken, and garnish with green onion. And finally serve it with sambal and chicken soup. For the chicken soup, how to make it is very easy. Basically just use chicken stock, season it with salt and add garlic oil and garnish it with green onion. And here you go, classic Bakmi Ayam. Well, actually there is another version of Bakmi Ayam. We call it yamin. The only difference is we use sweet soy sauce in this version. So let's make Bakmi Yamin. Add half tablespoon of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of that chicken juice, 2 teaspoons of garlic oil, and 1 or 2 tablespoons of sweet soy sauce. And the next step is exactly the same. Shake the noodles, cook it on the boiling water. 60 to 90 seconds later, take it out and mix it with the seasoning. Add bok choy, chicken, and garnish it with green onion, and serve it with chicken soup and sambal. And thank you very much guys for watching this video. I hope you like it. Please support this channel by hitting the like button and subscribe to this channel because it really means a lot to me. Thank you and I see you next time.